Hey guys, how's it going? Tmanplays here with another Warno rank game for you today. Going to be playing as 7th Panzer. This is going to be a mirror match as the opponent here is also playing 7th Panzer Division. Uh, Brain Dead Patch. This is also Royce. Uh, just changed his name, but I believe he's ranked number 5 at the time of this game. So a pretty high quality mirror match here. Um, So my new 7th Panzer deck doesn't have any commands in the logistics tab. We just rely solely on these command tanks, which we have 8 of. We have 2 of these cheap ones, 2 cards of the T55 AM2, and then 1 card of the T72 command. So just going to route this guy to Alpha, route him to Bravo, and then route him to the middle. So using this special off clear here just to see what he's going to try and push through my lines. Also starting with some recon on this left-hand side. And then going really conservative with our infantry drop off in this forest in case he wants to take us on an infantry fight. So Conquer's going to show up here. Has great line of sight down this road. Also getting a grenade launcher in case he decides to push infantry through this tree line. That way I can kind of block that off. We're getting some infantry for the far right, just to make sure he can't really get into my back zone. And the only problem with starting with just the one tank CB here is if we notice our opponent already above the 100 points needed to win. So that means I'm going to have to be the aggressive one during this game, since I'll need to overtake him in points to win. So we're going to go ahead and start clearing out this forest area, make sure he's not sneaking through this area, and start moving up our infantry to put a little bit of pressure on Delta. One of our tank CVs does arrive as I kind of routed it here. I meant to capture Bravo, then go here. So tank CV from Alpha is still slowly arriving. And we're just slowly pushing up all our infantry to protect this command tank. Reinforcement wise, we don't have much AA. I only bought the Strela 10M for the start, so gonna go ahead and get a cube up, make sure that we can protect the skies against planes. I'm not too worried about AA on this side yet. And our command tank finally going to capture the zone, so everything's neutralized now, but our opponent has a 212 point lead. So we know he has infantry here now, so we're going to disengage, move over the BMP and the SPW to basically help with this engagement since it was just a pioneer squad. And on the left, going to finally get up some AA to support my infantry against any bombers he throws at us. On this side, our mod shoots and destroyed an SPW 70. And we've basically secured this whole front. Got the MI2 coming over to the far right to make sure he's not sneaking anything behind my line. And then we know there's not going to be any backline shenanigans. So basically, I'm just trying to build up more forces here before I push out, as he's already kind of got the important buildings here. So I'm not too eager to run into that just yet. And I haven't encountered anyone on this side, so you'll see I'm already moving up my command tank to get in this zone, as I got this clump of infantry that's going to protect this road, and then the other clump going to protect my command. Having to move back the mod Schutzen because he is starting to get aggressive on this side. Thankfully, we had 2 more mod Schutzen show up as reinforcements, so we are going to push those up just to the edge of the objective. T72 here, though, going to be a bit of a problem, as I'm going to need to pull this guy back even more. I do buy an AT plane because this is just a base T-72. Doesn't have smoke or anything. So an AT plane, perfect solution, as you won't be able to protect that. See, also, he's bringing in a plane for the Mi-2, which is going to be able to take that out. We at least take out the T-72 in return. And we see him flying behind my line, so I'm going to target this with the AT plane. Kub also going to help get a nice shot there. And well, just going to try and finish this guy off with our Su-22 before he's able to get out. So going to get guns on target, and ends up being enough to take that out. So we're just going to pull this guy back. We see the helicopter here. It's a bit of a problem as we don't have any AA in this area. So I am just going to rear out this guy to get any last guns on target. At least stuns it a little bit. Fortunately, not enough to take it out, and well, we end up losing it as well, so that wasn't worth it. See, he's starting to put a lot of pressure on this left-hand side of the objective, though. As a flame tank, T-72, and well, I'm a little slow at pulling back my infantry, as my infantry's not going to win these engagements. At least on the left-hand side, I do at least contest his zone. So going to move my other infantry across to help this. And we're moving up RAA a bit. I've also got a Conquerors here. Plans to move up to here to kind of cut off his road. Also getting a Conquerors for this side, just to protect against any units he tries to send down this. So you can see now, moving up all my BMP-1s, securing the rest of this land. Finally unloaded this Conquerors to move them up. We see a Panzerjäger moving through here, so I got to be a little careful with my A. So we're going to try and catch that out with the BMP-1 and the SPW-70. Going to move some infantry to this building to get better position. And at least here, trying to use the grenade launcher to help suppress these Pioneer. As the Flamers can just kind of sit here, and if he advances any further, our Flame Troopers can do a lot of damage there. Also getting up some more tanks in reserve for an eventual push into this area. As we're already catching out some tanks here, so I'm moving my T-72 Ms to basically try and kill this flame tank. It's just sitting behind this building. Trying to hit this one in the rear right now. As we are going to be able to get the kill there on the T-72. Other tank ends up finishing off the TO-55. And here, our Strela already catching out one of his helicopters. Doesn't get the finishing kill, but is going to be able to get another shot off as he's retreating, and actually ends up hitting 3 for 3 there. So my Machutsen did go down. We're bringing up some special Aufklär to kind of unload here, then move up this line as well, provide us some recon over this whole front. And you can see the Flamer already doing a good job of just killing all this Machutsen. I got 2 Strelas over here that's going to keep his Mi-24D at bay. As he survives on 1 HP, so that allows me to move back in my Machutsen, maybe take out the special Aufklär there. And our reinforcements of more Machutsen are arriving just in time to kind of help deal with these T-55 AM2Bs. Because he has a lot of armor here, my infantry isn't quite up yet. We're just going to go ahead and pull this guy back. This allows our tanks to kind of hit his vehicles that come out of the fray. And if he comes on this side, we got the Conquerors that can easily hit the vehicle. So the engagements on this side going well. Just using the BMP-1 to help with this engagement. Then after, I can move it up against the Pioneer since they don't have any AT. Conquerors now in a great position to kind of cut down all these units on the road. Unfortunately, can't hit the mortars just because you can't fire you can't fire Conquerors against these. But we do know they're there. We can see them. On this side, Pioneer Flamers and the Machutsun doing a good job at holding back his infantry. I'm also moving forward some more infantry and some supplies. And well, we know what he's going to do with his mortars. We know he's going to smoke, then possibly send in a large wave of infantry. So I don't want that to keep happening. So I bought this HE bomber. I'm targeting right in the middle of both mortars in hopes of destroying them both. As the supplies coming in to resupply our Conquerors unit there. So he's not able to move him out of the way. We make it through his AA, and well, that's going to be both mortars destroyed. Do lose the HE bomber, but I consider that worth it, as now he can't provide any more smoke cover for his units moving through my lines. So moving up my special Aufklärer to help try and take this building. Unfortunately, he does get a tank that gets a shot off there. And well, a Panzerjäger gonna kind of sneak up on my Conquerors there, so I'm gonna try and move these guys up to just get out of range of that in case he's not paying attention. And we see all his reinforcements coming down this road, allowing my Conquerors to open up. This one actually does the job though. Another bomber coming in to help destroy this Panzerjäger. Keep my Conquerors alive, which it does, so now we can move up the supply again. Keep that guy resupplied, and our bomber actually ends up making it out just barely there. So a lot of infantry reinforcements coming in, just kind of in time, as we held off most of his push. On the right hand side, T-55 finally shows up to destroy that, but that's fine. We still have a pretty good defense on this area. Just trying to keep my command tank alive in the corner of this zone, as we're still contesting this side. I moved across my Strela there to get rid of this Mi-24D that was kind of harassing me. We see an enemy supply vehicle here. Not sure if this was actually one he managed to capture from me, but it is just kind of moving through my line. I did see that, but I wasn't too worried about it. But just going to move up my supply to go ahead and resupply that Conquerors unit. So another Pioneer here. We can just move up this BMP-1 to help deal with that. He's got a lot of infantry on these buildings, so these Machutsun are going to go down. And now we're going to start moving up our recon, keep these guys spotted, and hopefully start kind of weeding them out of that area. But by this point, we've been at a +2 since we've been contesting his side. That's put us well above the victory points we're going to need. We nearly lose this T-72M to the Conquerors there, so we're going to smoke that off, pull that back for some repairs. See, cutting off some more of those vehicles there as they're retreating. We're just pulling back our hurt infantry to resupply. More infantry reinforcements on the way. Another Conquerors unit coming in to get here, then go here so that we can start destroying some of these tanks on the way to counteract us. And the T-72 now going to be able to help fire upon these buildings now that our special Aufklärer have moved up. And you can see he's starting to smoke again, so I'm trying to move past the smoke to figure out what all he's got coming for me. As the Conquerors takes out another BMP-1. But by this point, I've got a pretty solid defense now. He's not really going to be able to break through this very easily. We've also got T-72M1 moving up here to help deal with these tanks as well. Conqueror's going to be able to take out the recon vehicle. Fortunately, he does get the supply before I can move that out of the way. But we do take down another flame tank. Also got more tanks showing up, which are going to help deal with the conquerors in the open. As this T-72 going to be able to try and finish off that next flame tank. Unfortunately, though, the chopper going to stop that engagement. And, well, I don't want this missile to hit and stun up my tank. So, thankfully, that one misses, but we are going to end up smoking that guy off pretty soon. And then you see I'm not paying attention here, just letting my flame infantry get kind of taken out by this SPW-70. So that's a bit unfortunate. Really should move some of these mod shoots in to help with that. But I am pushing across the middle now to take this next set of buildings. I've already captured these buildings now. Moving across some infantry here to catch out the T-72 from the side. You can see all the fire support I have. Really going to do a great job versus those mod shoots in. On this side, SPW-70 in combination here going to be trying to take out the Pioneer. As our infantry gets in, it will take out one T-72, forcing his other tanks back. As we also get a flame trooper here, which is going to move into the forest area, help with some more of those engagements. And our next wave of infantry is now moving up to take this position, get rid of that Conqueror's unit. As our hurt tanks also going to be healed up. Su-22 AT takes out the helicopter there. We realize he doesn't have a lot of AA here. So that's going to help with any future helicopters that come this way. Also have some Strillas that we're coming up to help deal with that. Destroy that TO-55 finally, pull back our tank so that we can repair it eventually. And well, we've slowly gained a good amount of ground across the front now. As our SPW-70 going to be trying to finish off these two Pioneer squads. So Conqueror's going to be able to get another recon UAZ there. Some supply moving in to help heal this infantry. More infantry on the way. And we're now going to start moving up our T-72s to try and figure out how we want to deal with this T-72. Still have our entire flank secured. Just more infantry reinforcements on the way for the left-hand side here, but Royce gonna decide he's had enough and gonna surrender there. So GG to our opponent. Was ranked number 5 at the time of that game. Still ranked number 5. You can see very, very solid. A lot of games with Pact. I believe he hasn't played the game in a while though, so maybe a little bit rusty, but still high quality player nonetheless. And yeah, just a standard mirror match. Nothing too fancy there, but was still a very fun game. A fun game that I played while streaming on Twitch as well. So if you don't follow me on Twitch and want to see some live gameplay, make sure to follow me there, as I do stream fairly often now. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later, guys.